Today, we're diving into something that is not only powerful, but incredibly transformative: how to connect with your archangels for guidance. Archangels are these divine beings of light, wisdom, and love whose sole purpose is to guide, protect, and help us navigate through life's challenges. But here's the thing: they are always around, always willing to assist, yet so many of us go through life unaware of their presence or unsure of how to connect with them. So let me ask you a question that goes deep. Are you truly ready to open yourself up to higher guidance, to trust in the invisible forces that are constantly working in your favor? Because this is the first step. Connecting with your archangels is not just about calling their names or lighting candles. It's about opening your heart, raising your consciousness, and being willing to receive the guidance they offer. Now, let me take you on this journey. First, you need to understand that archangels are multidimensional beings. They exist outside of time and space, meaning they can be with you, me, and anyone who calls upon them, all at once. This is something that blows our human minds because we are so used to thinking in linear terms. But in the spiritual realm, everything is interconnected. The archangels are always available. It's just a matter of tuning into their frequency.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
To start connecting with your archangels, you must first clear the space both externally and internally. Externally, find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. This could be your bedroom, a corner of your house, or even a spot in nature. But more importantly, you need to clear the inner space. You can't connect with higher beings when your mind is cluttered with doubt, fear, or constant distractions. This is where meditation comes in. Meditation helps you quiet the mind and opens the gateway to spiritual communication. So here's the practice. Sit down, close your eyes, and take deep breaths. Imagine a white light surrounding you, cleansing your aura and raising your vibration. The higher your vibration, the easier it is to connect with the archangels because they exist at a very high frequency. As you breathe in, imagine that you are breathing in divine light, and as you exhale, release any tension, fear, or doubt that might be holding you back. In this state, you are preparing yourself to receive. The next step is to call upon your archangels by name. There are many archangels, each with their own unique energy and purpose. For example, Archangel Michael is the protector, the one who cuts through negative energy with his sword of light. Archangel Raphael is the healer, bringing physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Archangel Gabriel is the messenger, helping with clarity, communication, and creativity. And then we have Archangel Uriel, the angel of wisdom and insight, who helps us find clarity in difficult situations. Now, ask yourself this: which archangel do I need to connect with right now? You don't have to know the answer immediately. Sometimes, the right archangel reveals themselves to you during meditation or even in your dreams. Other times, you might intuitively feel drawn to one. Trust that whichever archangel comes to mind is the one you need at this moment. Once you've identified the archangel you want to connect with, say their name either out loud or in your mind. For example, you can say, "Archangel Michael, I call upon you for protection and guidance. Please surround me with your light and help me feel safe as I navigate through life." Or, "Archangel Raphael, I ask for your healing energy. Please fill me with your light and help me release anything that no longer serves my highest good." At this point, pause. Don't rush. Take a moment to feel their presence. You might experience a warmth, a tingling sensation, or a deep sense of peace. You might even see colors or symbols in your mind's eye. These are all signs that the archangel is with you. But here's the key: trust the process. Too often we dismiss these subtle experiences as figments of our imagination. But in truth, these are the ways the archangels communicate with us. They speak to us through feelings, symbols, and intuition, not necessarily through loud, booming voices. Now that we've set the foundation for connecting with your archangels, let's explore how they communicate with you. This is one of the most important aspects of building a relationship with these divine beings. The truth is, the archangels may not communicate with you in the way you expect. They don't always give you direct answers or tell you exactly what to do. Instead, they often send subtle signs, nudges, and synchronicities into your life to guide you. So, how do you recognize these signs? First, you need to be open in mind, heart, and spirit. And archangels communicate through our intuition, that inner knowing that often gets drowned out by the noise of daily life. Have you ever had a gut feeling about something only to later realize that it was absolutely right? But that's how the archangels guide you. They plant seeds of wisdom within you, and it's up to you to nurture those seeds and trust your inner guidance. One of the most common ways archangels communicate is through repetitive signs. You might start seeing the same number sequence over and over, like 111, 444, or 777. These are angel numbers, and each sequence carries a specific message. For example, 111 is often a sign of alignment, a reminder that your thoughts are manifesting your reality. 444 is a sign that the angels are surrounding you, offering protection and guidance. And 777 is a sign of divine wisdom, a message that you are on the right path and that the universe is supporting your growth. Another way archangels communicate is through symbols or images. You might see feathers, butterflies, or even specific animals that seem to appear out of nowhere. These are not random occurrences, they're messages from the divine. For example, a white feather might be a sign from Archangel Gabriel, who is often associated with purity and communication. A butterfly could be a message from Archangel Gabriel, reminding you to bring beauty and joy into your life. But here's the deeper question for you. Are you paying attention to the signs? Many of us go about our days so focused on the material world that we miss the subtle messages the archangels are constantly sending us. It's like tuning into a radio station. If you're not on the right frequency, you won't hear the music. So, start paying attention. Notice the patterns, the symbols, and the synchronicities that keep showing up in your life. Trust that these are not coincidences, but divine guidance meant to steer you in the right direction. Another powerful way to receive guidance from the archangels is through your dreams. When we sleep, our conscious mind is at rest, and our subconscious mind is more open to receiving messages from the spiritual realm. Have you ever woken up from a dream that felt incredibly real, as if someone was trying to tell you something important? That could very well be one of your archangels communicating with you. Keep a dream journal by your bed, and the next time you have a vivid dream, write it down. Over time, you might start to notice patterns or recurring themes that point to the guidance you've been seeking. Now, let me ask you, when was the last time you truly trusted your intuition or paid attention to the signs around you? Because the archangels are always communicating with us, but it's up to us to listen. They don't shout their messages, they whisper them. And if we're too distracted by the noise of the world, we'll miss them. Now that you understand how archangels communicate, let's take this connection to a whole new level. You see, connecting with your archangels isn't just a one-time thing. It's a relationship that you build over time, just like any other meaningful relationship in your life. The more you connect with your archangels, the stronger the bond becomes, and the more easily you'll recognize their guidance in your everyday life. But how do you deepen this connection? The answer lies in consistency and intention. Just like you wouldn't expect to build a strong friendship by talking to someone once and then never reaching out again, you can't expect to have a deep connection with your archangels without regular communication. This doesn't mean you need to sit in meditation for hours every day, although that can be powerful if you feel called to do so. What it does mean is that you need to cultivate a daily practice, something simple yet intentional that keeps the lines of communication open. One of the simplest but most powerful ways to do this is through morning or evening prayers. Each day, take a few moments to call upon your archangels and ask for their guidance. You don't have to use fancy words or formal prayers. Speak from your heart. For example, in the morning you might say, "Archangel Michael, please guide me today and protect me from any negative energy. Help me stay aligned with my highest good." And in the evening you might say, "Archangel Raphael, thank you for the healing you've brought to my body and spirit today. Please continue to support my healing as I sleep." Another powerful practice is journaling. After your meditation or prayer, take a few moments to write down any thoughts, feelings, or insights that come to you. Sometimes the guidance you receive from your archangels won't be immediately clear during meditation, but when you write it down, you might start to see patterns or answers that you didn't notice before. Journaling is a way of bringing the messages from the spiritual realm into the physical world, grounding them in reality. But here's a question for you. How committed are you to building this relationship with your archangels? Because, like any relationship, it requires effort and attention. You can't just call upon them once, hope for a miracle, and then forget about them. You have to nurture the connection. And the more you do, the more you'll start to see their presence in your life in ways that are undeniable. One of the most profound ways to deepen your connection with your archangels is through acts of service. The archangels are beings of pure love and compassion, and they guide us toward our highest potential, not just for our own benefit, but for the benefit of others. When you act in service to others, whether through kindness, generosity, or simply being there for someone in need, you align yourself with the energy of the archangels, and you become a channel for their love to flow through you into the world. Are you willing to be that channel? To not only receive guidance, but to act on it in a way that serves the greater good? Because when you do, your connection with the archangels becomes even stronger, and the guidance you receive becomes clearer and more powerful. At this point, you've learned how to connect with your archangels, recognize their signs, and build a daily practice to deepen the connection. But here's where the real transformation happens: when you start living your life fully guided by your archangels. This isn't just about receiving guidance when you're in trouble or need help with a decision. It's about walking through life with the constant awareness that you are never alone, that you are always supported by these divine beings who want nothing more than to see you thrive. When you live a life guided by your archangels, everything changes. You start to see the world differently. You no longer feel lost or uncertain, because you know that you have a team of spiritual guides who are always by your side, ready to offer wisdom, protection, and love. Even in the most challenging times, you feel a deep sense of peace, because you trust that your archangels are guiding you exactly where you need to go. But here's the thing: living a life guided by your archangels requires surrender. It requires you to let go of the need to control everything and trust that the guidance you're receiving is leading you toward your highest good, even when it doesn't make logical sense in the moment. This is perhaps the hardest part of the journey. We're so used to planning, strategizing, and trying to figure everything out on our own. But when you truly open yourself to the guidance of your archangels, you have to be willing to let go of that control and trust in a higher plan. And here's a question for you: are you ready to trust? Are you ready to let go of the need to have all the answers and instead surrender to the divine wisdom that is always available to you? Because when you do, you'll find that life becomes much more magical. Synchronicities will increase, opportunities will flow to you effortlessly, and you'll find yourself in the right place at the right time, over and over again. When you live guided by your archangels, you also become a beacon of light for others. People will be drawn to your energy because they can sense that you are connected to something greater. You'll find that others come to you for guidance, and in those moments you can share the wisdom and love that you've received from your archangels. This is how the cycle of divine guidance works. You receive and then you give. You are both the student and the teacher, constantly learning from the archangels and sharing that knowledge with the world. So, what's next for you? Are you ready to fully embrace this divine connection and live a life guided by your archangels? Because if you are, the transformation you'll experience will be unlike anything you've ever known. You'll move through life with a sense of purpose, clarity, and peace that comes from knowing you are always supported by the divine. You'll no longer doubt your path because you'll trust that your archangels are leading you exactly where you need to go. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Call upon your archangels now. Feel their presence around you. Trust that they are with you, guiding you, and supporting you every step of the way, because they are.